Hey guys, Wolvie here with a special presentation for the City of Final Fantasy Opera on Global for the 3rd of September 2020. This will be the Leon rework analysis. I just got done filming the VV1, and unfortunately I do a quick recap, a super quick recap of that. He desperately needs a second rework. That's all it is. Because it's like, I almost never use him, and I still don't use him, and there's no reason why, for me, even after the rework and the EX realization, I have no use for it. So with that, the same thing applies to Leon alongside Phoebe. So any opinion in this video is my opinion only. Second, the TonberryTroupe info, their Twitter handle, and their website will be in the description below, alongside the Dissidia database website link. And third, when it comes down to the LD and 8080 Awakening for Leon, what direction could they go? And that's that on that. So, with that bit out of the way, we're going to go into the EX realization info for Leon's EX weapon, which, if I can grab it really quickly, the name of the weapon is called Gaia Blade. The EX ability is Dark Stream. Now, I will say this guy was a pain in my ass to get the EX weapon for. This guy depleted a lot of my tickets and a lot of my gems. It was just very frustrating. Now, I will mention here for Leon that this rework that just came out on Global is his second rework, because his first rework came along with his Lost Chapter when that went live. So, this is a nutshell of what Dark Stream and Dark Stream Plus does. So with that out of the way, we're going to go into a super quick recap of Dark Stream pre-realization. Now we're going to go into post-realization info for Dark Stream. So 0 out of 3 post-realization. When using Dark Stream Plus, it has all this stuff here. He now has a way to inflict Dark Resist Down, so he can apparel. So Dark Resist Down is going to be on all targets for 4 turns. Dark Stream Plus, so it gives him a way to do some overflow. And this is Black Knight's Pride of Frame buff recap. One out of 3 is a moderate raise to the party's max break and attack, which is really, really nice. 2 out of 3 at the start of the quest. He's given 3 levels of Dark Knight. 3 levels of Dark Knight for 5 turns, and this is at the 3 stacks, as well as the limit being 3 stacks. Full recast gauge. This is really good. 3 out of 3 post-realization. Brave attack hit cap becomes 8. Stolen bravery may exceed the max up to 150%. And reminder, this is AOE total, meaning that if someone were to get 50,000 HP damage, and there's 3 of them, you multiply that number by 3, that's how much Leon is dealing. 50,000 to foe A, 50,000 to foe B, 50,000 to foe C. This is really good. So, and then the thing here, it says HP required for Dark Stream to become Dark Stream Plus is so it used to be at least 80%, now you have to be at least half. I really like this. After fully enhancing Gaia Blade, bravery over HP heal. HP recovered and access to max HP added to bravery, limit 60% of initial brave. I love this sphere. I just freaking love it. Now, the reason why I particularly enjoy this particular sphere is because now you don't have to worry so much about being broken. I really love that. Now we're going to go into the second rework information to Leon, and I will warn everybody for Leon, is that he will not be a factor in the sense of the who got the best rework, who got the worst rework at the end of September. So because this is his second rework, and it's going to be completely unfair. So with that, we're going to go into skill 1, which is Dark Slash Extension. This is the Crystal Strength level 55 passive. He gets an additional use of Dark Slash. I really love this. So you see here, this is alongside the EX Realization 3 out of 3. So you don't have to worry about the 80% threshold as long as he is at least half to get the plus variant. And this is AoE Splash. Now, with Dark Bind, this is the skill 2, and this is the, more specifically, Crystal Strength level 60 passive. He gets an additional use of Dark Bind. This is the magic attack of the Dark Elements. Now, you see here, the overflow limit post-second rework is at 150%. Now, the same thing applies with the EX and skill 1. As long as his HP is at least half, you get the Brave Attack Plus, and then when you're at 80%, it's the plus variant for Brave Attack. Now, between Vivi and Leon, I feel that Leon, this is what I think Leon, even with the second rework, it's like, let me rephrase this. Even without the second rework, I still feel that Leon got the better deal between the two. Now, granted, Leon and Vivi are both elemental specialists. Meaning that with Leon, he's of the dark element, Vivi is fire. So, you guys know where I'm going with this. For those who absorb the element, they have to be benched. But with this being Leon's second rework, it's like he's even better than Vivi than before. Now, the only thing I really don't like about Leon, even with the second rework, he doesn't have means to preserve his skill uses. This is one of those problems that still plagues him to this day. Now, the one thing that kind of saves Leon in this regard is that with his EX ability, you have at least 2 out of 3 post-realization. At least he has, that to fall back on, but you don't want to have to constantly rely on it. So, that all being said, I do hope that his future LD at 88 Awakening gives him some format of skill uses back, or free skill use after using the LD. Because he needs something to preserve the basic skills, skill 1, skill 2. He needs something like that. Same thing goes for Vivi. Now, with what I particularly enjoy about Leon is that he can have enemies absorb the dark element, so it helps in certain situations in that regard. And I'd rather have something like that around. So with that, like I said, I do hope with the LD and the 8080 Awakening, I do hope that he gets some means to preserve his skill uses, because as of right now, the one big thing that's plaguing Leon right now is that he has no way to conserve. So, that's it on that. And still, quick recap, Leon, even without the second rework, between him and Vivi, he got the better deal. But the thing is with Leon, also shares one thing with Vivi, is that he is tied to an element, so there are cases where you will have to bench Leon in this regard. But I do hope that the LD, the 88 Awakening, will help him preserve some skill uses. Because it's something that he does need. And the thing is with Leon, his LD is probably going to be of the dark elements. That's a given. But the question is, what will it exactly do? And I also enjoy the fact that he can inflict the dark and peril, which means it helps in certain situations, so that's that on that. Now, what I really enjoy about Leon is his sphere. It's freaking amazing. Because if your HP is at full, and you're just like, and you get it makes it more difficult for anyone who has it to get their bravery broken. I particularly enjoy that sphere. Now, Vivi's sphere is actually an excellent one in its own regard, so I'm not going to discount it. So with that out of the way, I'm going to get going because I do need to get started on the K Highwind character spotlight. So I'm done with Wolvie here, signing off. I will catch you all on the flip side.